Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, please confirm to me, guys. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. All right. Good afternoon, guys. And check it what we completed in the last session. All right. And what content here we understand there. Steps to prepare first Java application. The topic here we completed in the last session. Okay. Then after that, after completion of this, steps to prepare first application. All right, sir. That execution process also here we understand totally. Complete execution part also here we completed there about this steps to prepare first Java application. Clear? Right, sir. So just 2 minutes of time. I want to explain the total content here. All right, 2 minutes of time. We are going to see the total part. Then after that, we will start a total new topic. Fine. Observe carefully. If we want to develop a first application, what we have to do there? Just simply we have to download and install Java software. We have to download and install Java editor. After that, we have to open Java editor, write Java program. Then after writing Java program, we have to save Java file. After saving Java file, we have to compile the Java file. Then we have to execute the program. These are overall 5 steps what we are having there, 5 or 6 number of steps. So out of all these things, download and install Java software is nothing. Just download the Java set of files and executing them, automatically Java software will be downloaded. Downloading Edit Plus is also nothing. Already we have seen that. To write Java program, to write a minimum Java program, what we required here, just we need to have one main class. This is main class, right? One main class and main method. Where system.out.println statement we have used just to display some data on command prompt. Up to this only here we have done. Am I right or not? Right. Then after that, after completion of this, what next one here I have done there? We need to save Java file. If you want to save Java file, there we are having a set of rules and regulations. To save Java file, what we are having there, a set of rules and regulations here we are using. What are the set of rules and regulations here we are using there? First one, if the present Java file contains any public class or public abstract class or public interface or public enum, then we must save the Java file with a public element name only. If we violate this rule, then automatically we are able to get compilation error. That's one point here. Next one is what there after that, after completion of this, no. Another thing is like what there. Fine. If no public element is available in the present Java file, we can save the Java file with any name like abc.java or xyz.java like this. In the case, for example, if no class is public, then we can no element is public. Then we can save the Java file with any name. But instead of saving the Java file with any name, Java has given a suggestion like to save the Java file with the main class name. Already we have seen practically all the points. After that, compilation of the Java file, compilation of the Java program. But before this compilation, I given one important interview question there. What is that a question now? Is it possible to provide more than one public class in a single Java file? Is it possible to provide more than one public class in a single Java file? There is a question. What is the answer for this question here? No, no, not possible. Why? Because if we declare more than one public class in a single Java file, we have to save that Java file with more than one name. There we have to save the Java file with more than one name. But saving Java file with more than one name is not at all suggestible, is not at all possible in all the operating systems. So because of that reason, in every Java file, one class only here we have to write. That's the point here. After completion of this, next one is compile Java file. If you want to compile Java file, if you want to compile Java file, what we have to do there? There we have to open the command prompt. There we have to go to the location wherever Java file was saved there. That is d:/Java 430. There we have to use the command like what there? Java C space test.java. Java C space test.java. This is what exactly the command here we have used there. If we use this command and command prompt, what will happen there now? Operating system will take this Java C command. Operating system will search for Java C command in its internal commands list and at the locations referred by path environment variable. At both the locations, if Java C is not identified, their operating system will provide a message like what there Java C is not recognized as an internal or external command, batch file, or an operable program. In the case, right, if you know the location where that all Java commands are available, as we install the Java software, we must know about the locations where all Java commands are available. Like what that location they know? C Java JDK 1.8.0 bin. So Java C, Java, Java P, all commands are available here. I know that. So we have to give that information to the operating system. To tell to the operating system where all Java commands are available, we have to set class path and we have to set path environment variable to bin location. So set a path is equal to C Java JDK 1.8.0 slash bin. That one here we prepared. Set path is equal to C colon slash Java slash JDK 1.8.0 slash bin. Sorry. Alright, sir. When we set this particular location there, operating system will go to that location where it will search for Java C. Now Java C is identified. When Java C is identified, whenever Java C is identified, immediately operating system will execute Java C command. When operating system is executing Java C command, automatically Java compiler will come into the picture. Compiler will come to the command prompt, where at command prompt, compiler will take the Java file name, whatever the file here we provided there, along with the Java C. What's the file name I provided along with Java C? Tester.java. Then immediately compiler will take the tester.java file. Compiler will search for the tester.java at the current location. What is the current location there? Now tell me. Now the current location is d:/Java 430 is the current location. Okay. Now JVM will search for tester.java at current location. In the case if tester.java file is not available at current location, there we are able to get a message. What's that message here? We are able to get there Java C colon file not found colon tester.java. In the case if tester.java file is available at current location, immediately compiler will start compilation right from starting point of the file to the ending point of the file. If any problem is identified, if any error is identified, here automatically compiler will provide some error messages on the command prompt. In the case if no error is identified, my program is perfectly all right, my program is executing perfectly, then immediately there compiler will finish its compilation part and compiler will complete its compilation and compiler will generate dot class files. How many dot class files are generated in a program there? How many dot class files are generated here? Generating number of dot class files is not on the basis of the number of Java files which we compiled. Generating number of dot class files is completely depending on the number of classes, number of abstract classes, number of interfaces, number of enums which we have used in our Java file. That is what exactly the way to generate number of dot class files. Got it or not? That's one point here. Next one is after that. I want to compile Java file from current location and I want to send the generated dot class files to some other location. That's my requirement. If you want to compile the Java file from current location and if you want to send the generated dot class files to some other location, there we have to use what option there? No, hyphen D option here we have to use. Yes, sir. Got my point or not? There we have to use what there? Hyphen D option there we have to use. That's the point here. Next one is after completion of this. Another thing is like what I'm telling to you. Can you please come this side now? Better. Right, sir. After completion of this, another point here, what I am telling to you, apart from this, I want to use some package name in the present Java file. Some package name here I've used it there. Whenever we are using package name, then we want to get some folder structure with respect to the package name in the compilation part. If you want to generate folder structure with respect to the package name, there we have to use what there again? Hyphen D option we have to use. Then only we are able to get package structure when compared with like what there with respect to the package name, right? There also we have to use hyphen D option. Then immediately I've asked one more question. Is it possible to compile more than one Java file by using single Java C command? Possible or not? Yes, possible. So many cases I have given there. One case, Java C space file1 dot Java space file2 dot Java space file3 dot Java. That's one approach. Second one is what I am telling there. Java C space star dot Java. Star dot Java is what there? All Java files here we are compiling there now. Next one is I want to compile all Java files which are prefixed with a common word. Employee, for example, Java C space employee star dot Java. I want to compile all Java files which are suffixed with the address, for example, Java C space star address dot Java. I want to compile all Java files which includes a account, it includes a particular common word. There we have to use what there? Java C space star account star dot Java. So this is overall compilation part we understood clearly. After the compilation part, there we have to execute the program. To execute the program, here what we have to do there? To execute the program there, we need to open the command prompt, go to the location where your main class dot class file is available, assume it d:/java 430. There we have to use Java space main class name. Java space main class name. What is this main class name actually? Tester. Test is a main class name. When we provide Java space tester on command prompt there, immediately operating system will take the Java command. Operating system will search for Java command in its internal commands list. Then at the locations referred by path environment variable, operating system will identify that. Operating system will go to like what there to the respective path location. See Java JDK 1.8.0 bin. Inside the Java is available. Operating system will execute Java command. By the execution of the Java command, automatically JVM software will be activated, where JVM will come to the picture. JVM will come to the command prompt, where JVM will take the provided main class name, whatever the class name we provided along with Java command. JVM will take that main class name. And then when main class name is identified by JVM, no, JVM will search for that main class dot class file at 3 locations. What are the 3 locations? No, current location, Java predefined library, and at the locations referred by class path environment variable. For example, if a test.class file is not available at all 3 locations, there we are able to get a message. For that message here we are getting there up to Java 6 version, java.lang.no class def found error colon test. Right, in Java 7 version onwards, we are getting like what there, error colon could not find or load main class test. That's the point here. In the case, if you know the location where test.class file is available, then we have to tell this location information to the JVM. To tell the location information to the JVM, we have to set a class path environment variable, where what we are having there, set the class path is equal to e:/abc. Like this here we provided. As you know already, tester.class file is available at e:/abc location. Then immediately what we are getting there, whenever we are providing this type of thing now, immediately JVM will go to this location where JVM will search for tester.class file. Whatever it may be, whatever the location the JVM is searching for tester.class file, if it is identified at either of these 3 locations now, immediately JVM will load the test class bytecode to the memory. JVM will load what there? Test class bytecode to the memory. Get my point or not? JVM will load test class bytecode to the memory. Whenever JVM is loading test class bytecode to the memory, when JVM is loading test class bytecode to the memory, then automatically JVM will search for main method in the respective class. In the case if main method is not available, then JVM will provide some errors again, error messages no. Up to Java 6 version, java.lang. No such method error colon main. Right from Java 7 version, error colon main method not found in class test. Please define the main method as public static void main string array args. This message here we are getting there. For example, here, what is the next point here I'm telling there after completion of this? For example, all right, if main method is available, JVM will create a thread to execute this main method. The thread is what their main thread. The thread is what their main thread. Understand this clearly. When main thread is created, that main thread will execute the total main method. No, when main thread is executing main method, within that main method, whatever the instructions can be provided, every instruction will be executed by JVM. Every instruction is executed by JVM. Then if any output is coming there, that output value will provide a command prompt. When main thread comes to the ending point of the main method, automatically main method will come to what state there? Dead state. When main thread is in dead state, no, automatically JVM can understand the total program execution is completed. When program execution is completed there, whenever program execution is completed, then JVM will stop all of its internal processes and JVM will go for shutdown mode. There is a total execution process of like what there first application kernel. Sir, got it? No, the total almost the last 1 week of time we discussed about the content here. Everything here we understood clearly. After completion of this total patch care, now last point. I have one important interview question here now. Here we are getting one important interview question. Now try to understand this. What is that interview question here we are getting there? What is the difference between path environment variable and class path environment variable? This is my question. What is the difference between path environment variable and class path environment variable? Observe carefully. What is the difference between path environment variable and class path environment variable? All right, sir. All right. Just 1 minute, guys. Right, sir. Now observe carefully. What is the difference between path environment variable and a class path environment variable? Observe carefully. Answer is very clear. What is that answer here? Understand now? See, here itself it is very clear that path is taking which value now? Check this. What exactly the value is available to the path environment variable? C:/Java JDK 1.8.0/bin. That means path is taking the location where all Java commands are existed or not. Understand this. Path is able to take the locations where all Java commands are existed. That's the point here we have to understand. Next one after that. But class path is able to take what? What it is taking that class path? No? Class path is taking what location there? The location where dot class files are available. Class path is taking what there? The location where dot class files are existed. The same point here I'm telling to you. Observe carefully. Understand this. Path environment variable is able to provide the location information. Path environment variable is able to provide the location information. Path environment variable is able to provide the location information location information of all the Java commands. Location information of all the Java commands are existed. Path environment variable is able to provide the location information of all Java commands are existed to the operating system. Okay, then here we need to write like what there. All right, sir. Now here we can write like what there. Set path is equal to, there we can write like what there. C Java JDK 1.8.0 slash bin. In general, we have to set what there bin location. This is what exactly the meaning of like what there path. Path environment variable is able to provide the location information all the Java commands that exist to the operating system. Okay, or else are able to provide the location information to the operating system. 1 minute. To the operating system where 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 all the Java commands are existed, where all Java commands are existed. Java commands existed. That's nice. Right, sir. Next one is what is this class path environment variable? Class path environment variable. Class path environment variable. Class path environment variable. Class path environment variable is able to provide the location information to the compiler and JVM. In this example, we have set class path is available for only JVM, but in the future, I'm telling there class path will be used by both compile and JVM to know the locations where dot class files are available. Both are going to be taking this class path now. That's why class path environment variable is able to provide the location information to the compile and JVM where information to the compile and JVM where the required dot class files are existed. Where the required dot class files are existed. That's it. Where the required dot class files exist. All right. So now here what we are able to provide there. Now observe carefully. Set class path is equal to some location. In this example, e colon slash abc like this I have taken there, but some location here we can understand it now. That's it. This is what exactly the difference between path and what next class path environment variable. To make available all Java commands to the operating system, path environment variable. To make available all dot class files to the compile and JVM, we have to use what there class path environment variable. That's it, guys. Now this is the total scenario, total content related to what there steps to prepare first Java application. The total content here we understood now. Clear? Next one. After that, the next topic here we are going to understand in now foundation classes there. Language fundamentals here I want to take. Actually, the pending topics at 4:30 for us is what there language fundamentals and introduction part. Only these two topics are remaining. First application development I completed. Now language fundamentals. Then after that introduction. Introduction is somewhat theory, total theory. So that topic I want to discuss there after completion of this language fundamentals. This also be one of the required topic for us. Little bit programming will come there from this topic there. So that we are going to complete this language fundamentals first. After that, I'll start with what their introduction classes here. Okay. Right now, see this content here. Language fundamentals. Right. Now, I want us one simple question to all of you. Now try to answer for it. For example, observe carefully. For example, I want to construct a building. I want to construct a building. Now tell me what are the various resources we require? What resources we require to construct a building? Some building blocks. What are the various building blocks there? Maybe sand, water, bricks, cement, concrete. Then what next one? Iron, manpower. These many things get very required. Good. Now my question is what? Out of all these things, Right, sir. Just 1 minute, guys. Include Java Home also in this. Not required. Why? What is the requirement of Java Home here? Immediately, it's not required. Okay. No, if it is required, then I will talk about it. Not required. No. Java Home setup is not required. At enterprise application level, I will discuss that. Not required immediately. Fine. Now let's come for a point here. So these many resources can be required. What are the various resources there now? Like I said to you already, sand, water, iron, and proper plan, of course. Then what next one there? Concrete, cement, these many. So many resources can be required. Now tell me, out of all these resources, which resources, out of all these resources, which resources are created by human and which resources are natural resources? No? Anyway, now tell me which resources are natural resources out of all the resources? No, sand is natural, water is natural. Am I right or not? And so on, so many. Why they are natural and who has created that natural resources? No, if we come for this point, human being is unable to create that resources. So we are expecting these resources from what there? From nature. Am I right or not? From nature. So some resources must be provided by nature. Only some of the resources only we are able to create. That resources we are going to use to prepare our applications. Yes, sir, all of you get my point or not? Some resources must be provided by nature, but some of the resources only we are able to provide this. Am I right or not? This is what exactly the meaning of like what there, like this is the meaning of like what there, building construction here. Similarly, if you want to prepare any Java application, similarly, if you want to prepare any Java application, where number of resources we require, out of all the resources, some resources are created by the developers, some other resources must be provided by the programming language. That resources are not possible for a developer to create. That resources must be provided by the programming languages. Yes, sir. All of you get my point or not? So that resources, whatever the resources which are provided by the programming languages, that resources are called as what their building blocks. That building blocks are nothing but what their language fundamentals. That's my point here. Clearly, what I'm telling there now, right? So the point is what there to prepare Java applications, we need some features, we need some building blocks. Directly, I'm telling there, we need to build some building blocks from the programming languages. We need some building blocks which must be provided by, which must be provided by, which must be provided by the programming languages, which must be provided by the programming languages. To prepare Java applications, we need some building blocks which must be provided by the programming languages called as programming languages called language fundamentals. Language fundamentals. Observe carefully these points now. All right. What are the various language fundamentals are available in Java? What Java has provided the language fundamentals? No. Java has provided the following building blocks to prepare Java applications. What are the various building blocks are provided by Java? No. First one is what there? Tokens. First one is what there? Tokens. The very first one is what there? Tokens. After that, tokens, okay, completed. Then after that, another one is like what there? Data types. Next one is like what there? After this data types, so typecasting. After this, Java statements. After this, Java statements. Next one is what there? Arrays. These are the topics are available. Arrays. After the Java statement. Overall, how many building blocks are available? 5 building blocks are available. What are the 5 building blocks now? Tokens, data types, typecasting, Java statements, and what next one here? Arrays. Arrays is a content here. Okay. All right. Now understand this. What exactly the content here we can understand now? Tokens. If you observe this, First of all, let us start with the tokens. Tokens. Understand this. What is this token actually? What is the meaning of it? Before these tokens, I want to give. Before these tokens, I want to give. Before these tokens, I want to give one definition. Try to understand it. Answer my point here clearly. The logical individual unit in programming is called the logical individual unit in a programming in a program is called in a program is called lexeme. Observe carefully. The logical individual unit in a program is called what there? Lexeme. Observe carefully. The logical individual unit in a program is called what? Lexeme. That's a point here. We understood clearly. Next one is after that. Another definition I'm telling you. Just it is a lexeme I'm giving there. Another point here. The collection of lexemes come under a particular group. Come under a particular group. Collection of lexemes come under a particular group is called, that group is called a token. That group is called as what there? A token. Observe carefully. The collection of lexemes come under, the collection of lexemes that come under a particular group is called a token. I'll give examples, you don't worry for it. So what is token and what is lexeme? Here we are going to understand clearly. Example, here we provided. Understand this example. Now, example is like what there. For example, I want to take an intersection in Java into A is equal to B plus C star D semicolon. Now here, how many number of lexemes are available? How many number of tokens are available? That we have to understand. Example, into A is equal to B plus C star D semicolon. How many number of lexemes are available and how many number of tokens are existed here? That we have to understand. Right, sir. Now, first of all, understand this. Lexemes, logical units in Java programming. What are these actually? Logical units in Java programming. Now, understand this int. Next one is what there? A equal. Next one is what there? B. Next one is what there? Plus. C. Next one is what there? Star. Next one is what there? D. Next one is what there? Semicolon. Understand it clearly. What are these things? No, int, right? A. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Overall 9. How many number of lexemes are available here? 9 lexemes are existed here. Right, sir. All these are like what there? Overall 9 lexemes. Overall what there? 9 lexemes. Understand my point here. Individual, logical individual units are what there? Lexemes. Right, sir. Similarly, how many tokens are available here? If you observe the number of tokens here, observe carefully. Tokens I'm taking no. First of all, I want to take a group of individual, logical, that means group of lexemes that come under a particular group. Int is one separate group. This is what their data types. Integer is what their data types. After this, A comma B comma C comma D, A comma B comma C comma D. This is like what their, these are like what their like variables. This is another group. Then after that, what next one here? Equal comma plus comma. Then what next one here? Star. Equal comma plus comma star. These are like what their, these are exactly like what their operators. Observe carefully. These are like what their operators. Next one is a semicolon. Semicolon is like what their special symbols. Special symbol. The semicolon is like what their special symbol. Okay, special symbol. Or in other words, we may call it as what their separate name for it is what their terminator. Every statement is terminated with a semicolon in the case of Java. Right. Any other one here? No. All right, so now totally how many number of tokens are available? How many types of tokens are available? Here you observe this clearly. Total four types of tokens are existed. Overall, how many types of tokens are available here? Four types of tokens are existed. Sir, got it or not? So this is what exactly the meaning of lexeme and a token. Come again, what is lexeme here? No, the logical individual unit in a program is called what? Lexeme. The collection of lexemes that come under a particular group. The collection of lexemes that come under a particular group is called token. All right, sir. Now, example here I'm telling to you, observe carefully. Int A is equal to B plus C star D semicolon. What are these lexemes actually? Int A equal B plus C star D semicolon, including semicolon. Nearly 9 number of lexemes are available. Int is what their data types. A, B, C, D are what their variables. Equal plus a star are what their operators. Semicolon is what their special symbol or terminator. Then totally these are like what their four types of tokens what we are having. Yes, sir. All of you are getting my point or not? This is what exactly the point about like what their tokens and the lexemes. Okay, fine. Next one is after that to prepare Java applications. To prepare Java applications, Java has provided the following. To prepare Java applications, Java has provided the following tokens. What are the various tokens which are provided by Java there? Observe carefully. First one is identifiers. First one is what their identifiers. Next one is what their literals. Next one is what their keywords or reserved words. Then fourth one is like what their operators. These are overall like four types of tokens which are provided by Java. Now let's see this one. Identifiers first. Identifiers. All right, so now try to understand this. What exactly the meaning of identifiers? What is this identifier? Now try to understand this. Right, sir. Now I'm asking one question to all of you. Now try to answer for this question. Everybody understand this, no? Right, sir. Observe carefully. For example, all of you are sitting in front of me now. I want to call the persons individually. I want to call you individually. Definitely, I need your identity or not. Definitely, I need your identity. You may have so many identities now. But in general, what is that identity I have to use there? Your name. Your name is what their identity. That is, everybody is having their own name. Through that names only we are able to access. Am I right or not? Similarly, in Java programming, in Java program, we are able to write number of variables. We are going to write number of methods. We are able to write number of classes, number of interfaces. So many programming elements we are going to write. But we need to access all these elements. Whatever the elements we have written in the program there, we have to access them. It's a minimum. Once we declare some elements, we have to access them. But how it is possible to access each and every programming element? How we are able to access all these programming elements for me? Definitely, I need some identity for each and every programming element or not. A variable is available. How I can access that variable through its name or not? A method is available. How I can access that method through its name or not? Definitely, for each and every programming element, we need what there some programming element is required. For each and every programming element, we need to access them. So we need some identity for each and every programming element, where the identity for each and every programming element is what there is a identifier. Providing a name for each and every element is nothing but what their identifier. Where name is which we assign to the programming element is called as what there is an identifier. Understand the definition here? Identifier is a name assigned to the identifier is a name assigned to the programming elements. Identifier is a name assigned to the programming elements like what there, variable comma, method comma, class, classes comma, abstract classes comma, interfaces, and so on and so on and so on. Identifier is a name assigned to the programming elements. What are the programming elements? No, variables, methods, classes, abstract classes, interfaces, and so on. That's enough. This is what exactly the meaning of what their identifier. Simple definition. All right, sir. But how we are able to write these identifiers in Java program? How it is possible to write identifiers in Java program? How it is possible to? That means how we are able to write these identifiers? Okay? Right. To provide identifiers in Java applications, to provide identifiers in Java applications, we have to use the following rules and regulations. We have to use the following rules and regulations. To provide identifiers in Java applications, we have to use the following rules and regulations. What are the rules and regulations here? We have to provide there. First one, point number one. Listen carefully. The first one, every Java identifier should not start with a number. What is the rule number one? No? Every Java identifier should not start with a number. Okay. They may start with an alphabet. They may start with what there? An alphabet or underscore symbol or dollar symbol. Every Java identifier should not start with a number. They may start with an alphabet or underscore symbol or what next one? Dollar symbol. But the subsequent symbols may be a number, or maybe an alphabet, maybe a number or an alphabet or underscore symbol or dollar symbol. Subsequent symbols after the first symbol, every symbol is nothing but what there, anything here we can provide. First word, first symbol should not be a number. Second word, first symbol, maybe number, maybe alphabet, anything. Third word, first symbol. Fourth word, first symbol. Except first word, first symbol, all the remaining words, first symbol should be what there, maybe a number, maybe alphabets, maybe anything. Examples I'm telling to you, observe carefully. Now here, for example, int ENO is equal to 111. All right, so now string 9 EID is equal to 999. That means, right, sir, semicolon. Next one is after that, float underscore ESAL is equal to 50,000.0 F. All right, sir. Next one is after that, string all right, dollar. All right, sir. Now again here I'm telling there, float dollar ESAL is equal to again here 50,000.0 F that we are able to provide. Let's understand this. Apart from this, string EMP underscore ADDR is equal to Hyderabad. String EMP underscore ADDR is equal to Hyderabad. Next one, float ESAL in a dollar is equal to 50,000.0 F that we can understand. ESAL in a dollar. Next one is after completion of this, right, that's enough. Now another thing here I'm telling to you, string EMP9 underscore email is equal to, here we can understand abc@dss.com semicolon. Like this here we provided now. Observe carefully, out of all these things, which things are valid and which things are invalid here? Observe carefully what we provided here. All right, sir. Int ENO is equal to 111. Int ENO is equal to 111. Valid or invalid now? Valid. Nothing. No problem here. String 9 EID is equal to DSS hyphen 999. Valid or invalid? No. Observe carefully. Here, this is an identifier. What is the rule here? Every Java identifier should not start with a number. But here number is available. Number is started or not? That means identifier is started with a number or not? So here the point is what there. So string 9 EID is equal to DSS hyphen 999. Now this is what there invalid. All right. So next one. Identifiers may start with an underscore symbol or not? Yes. Identifier started with like what there dollar symbol or not? As observe carefully. Right, sir. In the middle of the identifier, underscore symbol is possible or not possible? As possible. No problem. Here we can write like this. All right, so dollar, we can provide dollar at any location in the identifier as valid. Number also we can provide after the first symbol. Numbers we can provide after the first symbol at any location there. So this is also be like what there valid cases here we are getting. So this is what exactly the meaning of like what there identifier, Java identifier. That point here we have to understand. Got it or not? Every Java identifier should not start with a number. They may start with an alphabet or underscore symbol or dollar symbol. But the subsequent symbols may be a number, an alphabet, or what next one here? Or underscore symbol or dollar symbol. The same as this points here we specified clearly. This is like what there point number one, rule number one. Observe carefully. Now rule number two. See, on flow we are not going to write any identifier. Definitely some rules and regulations are available. We have to follow the rules and regulations. Then only we are able to provide what their identifiers now. Now let's see this one. Second one, every Java identifier should not allow spaces in the middle. Every Java identifier should not allow spaces in the middle. Right? Example I'm telling you. This is commonly what people are doing the mistake now. It's a common mistake for everybody. Because of this kind of problems only, so many compilation errors are coming in the program. That's why here I'm correcting all these points now. Try to understand it. Int empno is equal to 111. Nice. Up to this it's okay. But what people are writing there, int emp space no is equal to 111. This is not good. As per our English habituation, people are trying to give some spaces in between the words in a single identifier. So this is not suggestible. Next one is string emp addr is equal to hide a batch. Now people are going to write like what their string emp space addr is equal to what their hide a batch. That people are writing there. All of you observe carefully. Now here inside this, then what I am telling now, here this is like what their valid. But what about this here? Space is provided now. Space is provided in the sense it is invalid. Alright, sir. Now this is what they're valid. Okay, now this is what they're invalid. Here we can identify this invalid. Right, sir. EMP space ADDR is equal to what they're IDBAT invalid here. Got it or not? Okay, fine. Next one is after that. Rule number 3. Here I'm telling no. Rule number 3. Spaces are not allowed. Okay. Next one is after completion of this. Every Java identifier should not allow operators. Every Java identifier should not allow operators. Operators are not allowed in the identifiers. Example I'm telling to you, observe carefully. String emp name is equal to Durga. String emp plus addr is equal to Hyderabad. Then string emp hyphen email is equal to durga@gmail.com. Right, sir. Now string next one is after that emp something else like what there operators, right? Not this one actually. Now here I need to provide plus. Yeah, this is hyphen minus, that is minus here. Then emp star next one is like what there emp type is equal to permanent. Something else here I provided here. See, observe carefully. Now, what about the first one here? What is the first one here? EMP name. First one is what there? Valid or invalid? No. Valid. Now, next one. What is this next one here? Valid or invalid? No. This is invalid. Next one is what there? Minus symbol I have given there. This is what there? Invalid. Alright, sir. Next one is what there? Star I given. Is the star is valid or invalid? No. Invalid. The star is what there? Invalid. Observe carefully. This is invalid here now. String EMP name is equal to Durga. EMP plus ADDR is equal to identifier. EMP minus email is equal to something, and EMP star type is equal to permanent. Okay, fine. Alright, sir. After this, the fourth point, another rule is available. Now try to understand this another rule here. Fourth one, every Java identifier should not allow special symbols except underscore symbol and a dollar symbol. Guys, understand this clearly. Every Java identifier should not allow special symbols except your underscore symbol and a dollar symbol. That's the point here. I'm telling there. Every Java identifier should not allow special symbols except your underscore symbol and dollar symbol. Some examples here I'm telling to you. Observe carefully. Say for example, similarly, emp dot no is equal to 111. All right. Now string emp comma name is equal to Durga. All right. Then after that, string emp hyphen addr is equal to Hyderabad. Similarly, string emp underscore like what there underscore email is equal to like what there Durga @dss.com. Some information here we are getting there. All right, sir. Then after that, after completion of this, string emp @Hyderabad is equal to Durga. Like this, here we are having some examples. Now tell me, what are the valid cases and what are the invalid cases now? What about this first case here? emp.no. emp.no is what there? Valid or invalid now? Valid or invalid now? Invalid. Why? Because dot is not allowed in the identifier. Next one is what there? Comma we provided. Comma is allowed or not allowed now? Not allowed. Not allowed. Special symbols are not allowed. Only the allowed special symbols are what there? Underscore symbol and a dollar symbol. Except these two symbols, all the things are not allowed here. All special symbols now. Now this is what there? Valid or invalid now? Hyphen we provided here. Now this is what there? Invalid. Next one is what there? Valid or invalid now? Valid or invalid? Underscore symbol we have used there. Valid. This is valid. Next one is emp @Hyderabad. Now this is valid or invalid now? Valid or invalid now? Invalid. This is invalid here. Observe carefully. Right, so now this is rule number 4. What we are getting there. Next, observe carefully. Every Java identifier should not allow primitive data types. Every Java identifier should not allow primitive data types and keywords. Primitive data types and keywords. What are the primitive data types? No, byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, char. These are primitive data types. Of course, keywords, total keywords like break, like continue, or return. All these things are what there. Some keywords. No? They are not allowed here inside our Java identifier. See this one. Say for example here, what I am telling to you. Understand this. Examples here I am telling to you. By that we can get clarity. Int, say for example, a is equal to 10. For example, int break is equal to 10, 20. string str is equal to abc, for example. Now here in place of this, what I'm going to provide there, string int is equal to abc. Observe carefully. Then float after that float for is equal to, now just we want to provide 20.22f something else. Now tell me here, what cases are valid and which cases are invalid here now? What is this one here now? Tell me. Valid or invalid? No. Yes, of course. A into A, nothing is going to be happen. It's okay, valid. Now the second one is what there? Break is a keyword. Break is what there? Is a keyword. So this is what there? Invalid. Then what next one here? String str is equal to abc. Valid. Str is okay. It's not keyword in Java. String int is equal to abc. Int is data type or not? Int is a data type. So it is not valid here. So this is what there? Invalid. Next one. Float for. Float for is equal to 22.22f. Now for is what there? Loop, right? It's a keyword. So this is what there? Invalid. That point here we have to understand. This is about like what there? Invalid now. So primitive data types and keywords both are not allowed inside what there? Identifiers, Java identifiers. This is one point. Next one is in Java applications. This is not a rule, but information I'm telling there. Observe carefully. In Java, in Java applications, observe carefully. In Java applications, it is possible to use. In Java applications, it is possible to use all predefined classes names as identifiers. In Java applications, it is possible to use all Java predefined classes names as what their identifiers. Number of classes are available actually in Java. All predefined Java classes names as what their identifiers that we are able to use. Clear? Now let us see these points here, what I am telling there. Understand this clearly. Observe carefully. I want to write some small program also on the basis of this. Let's see this. Class test. Public static void main string array args. Public static void main string array args. Okay. All right, sir. Now here, what I am telling there. What I am telling there. Now, for example, I'm going to provide int a is equal to 10. System dot out dot println of a. Int a is equal to 10. System dot out dot println of a. Clear? Here we are able to get 10 is a value or not? Now let me save this D drive. Java 430. There I'm going to provide what is the test.java. Clear? Let me compile and execute this. Let me open another command prompt. Java cd space Java 430. Java C space test.java. Java space test. What's the value here we are getting there? 10 is a value. Up to that, it's okay, valid, no problem. But understand this clearly. Similarly, here what I am providing there, int in place of a, I want to use some predefined class name. Exception is a predefined class. In edit plus, all predefined class names are provided in red color. All predefined class names are provided in what color there? Red color. So int exception is equal to 10. Now here system dot out dot println of exception. Got my point or not? Now previously observe this one, int a is equal to 10. Similarly, int exception is equal to 10. In place of a, what I have written here, exception, predefined class name. I'm trying to display the predefined class name value. That is what there 10. Valid or invalid, now we are going to check it. Definitely it is valid. Here we are not going to get any compilation error. Java C space tester.java. Compiled successfully, Java space tester. Here output here we are getting like what there 10 and 10 output here we are getting. Okay. All right, sir. This is one point here we have to understand now. Example given there. Now the status is what there, no compilation error. Output. What is that output here we are getting there? If we execute this 10 and 10 output here we are getting. Right, sir. Next one is another example. Observe carefully. For example, I have taken string str is equal to string valid or invalid. Any problem is available with this statement? No? No, no problem is available. str variable I have taken, in the double quotation string I have taken. Inside the double quotation, anything we can take, no problem. Anything we can take inside the double quotation, no issues there. Then we are able to compile and execute this. System dot out dot println of str. System dot out dot println of str. Now okay, let us compile this. Java C space tester.java. Compiled successfully. Java space tester. Here, what is the output here we are getting there? String. String is an output here we are getting. Okay, fine. Next one is after that. After completion of this, here we are understanding that. Okay, sorry. Then now here in place of str, I want to use some predefined class name. String is also a predefined class name. Why? Because that is in red color. We can see that. String is a predefined class in Java. Okay, now here what I am telling there, inside this string is equal to string system dot out dot println of string. As per the rule, it must be valid or not? As per the rule, it must be valid. Am I right or not? Now let's see this one. Let me compile and execute this. Java C space tester.java. Compiled successfully, no error. Here two times we are able to get what value? String value. Right, so now. Then the status is no compilation error. Here output is like what we are getting that output now. Just a string and a string output here we are getting. Right, sir? Now these are the two things here we are getting there. Clear or not? Right, one more example here I'm telling to you. Observe carefully. Int system is a predefined class is equal to 10. System dot out dot println of system. Into system is equal to 10 we have taken. System is a predefined class or not? Into a is equal to 10. In place of a, I have used what there? System. Then after that, system dot out dot println of system that we provided. Java C space tester.java. Error we are getting now. Previously we are not having any error, but now we are getting what there? Error. Observe carefully. So we are getting an error. This one, this example. I'll give reason. No need to worry for it. All right. So now status is what there? Compilation error. Compilation error. Why this error we are getting there? Okay. Do one thing. I'll explain this error again, and tomorrow it may take some time there. We have to understand some content. So take some break. Then almost a 15 minutes break we can take now. Come back. Then we will start what there? Object orientation. Right. Thank you. Take a few minutes break. Then after that we will continue 6 o'clock class, object orientation. Abhishek Sharma, then what we are asking, I don't know. I'm not getting there. Public class has to be this name. Yes, exactly. Another, if you take basic package and what to do other topics there sequentially, they can do, yes, Atharu, then parallelly we can do that. Parallelly we can do that, and if you want to go for it sequentially, then we can go for it. No problem there. Okay, fine. Yes. ఒక నిమిషం అట్లా కాదు ఇది నంబర్ ఒకటి ఇచ్చాను కదా ఆ నంబర్కి ఒకసారి జీమెయిల్ ఒకసారి చెక్ చేయండి ఒకసారి ఆ, ఒకసారి రావట్లేదు దానిలో ఎప్పుడు మీరు ఏ డేట్ పంపించారు చైతన్యను ఒక నిమిషం 1 minute. డేట్ ఎప్పుడు పంపించారు ఆ, జీమెయిల్ ఓపెన్ చేయండి ఒకసారి రిఫ్రెష్ చేసి చూడండి ఒకసారి డ్రైవ్ మెయిల్ ఐడి ఓపెన్ చేయండి డ్రైవ్ వద్దు మెయిల్ ఐడి ఓపెన్ చేయండి సో 1 minute I will talk with you, don't worry. Yeah, now we can join with 6 p.m class. ఇది కాదు ఈ డ్రైవ్ కాదు ఇంకో వేరే డ్రైవ్ నుంచి వస్తుంది మీకు మెయిల్ జీమెయిల్ ఉంది కదా జీమెయిల్ ఓపెన్ చేయండి జీమెయిల్లో వస్తుంది మీకు దుర్గా సాఫ్ట్ అని సెర్చ్ కొట్టండి వస్తుంది వచ్చిందేమో చూడండి ఒకసారి ఓకే రైట్ అండ్ guys then because of working I'm unable to join 4:30 lectures so can I watch recorded videos yes Praveen just we can watch it no problem why these tokens are used in the sense these are the basic fundamental part only. Yeah, see, these are the building blocks. See, integer and float and all these things we are going to use the tokens now. With the programming only here, we are able to use it. Okay. Hello. Got it, no? No? Durgasoft in search కొట్టారా ఒకసారి ఒకసారి ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి తీసుకోండి తన దగ్గర తీసుకున్న యాక్సెస్ ఇవ్వండి yeah thanks a lot Hari Krishna guys then those who are not having video support there then those who are not having video support so far already given some number there in that number just we can send your pay slip to this number then our people will be in touch with you they will share that link to you already given that link there anyway then come at 6 o'clock I'll show that one to this number we can share that pay slip okay thank you guys thanks a lot